The light of divine love and wisdom guides us, each of us, to deeper awareness of our Christ nature and to recognizing that same presence in others. And that's what this short New Year's journey is about. This series, Awaken Your Vision. It's about following that inner light. And every January, if you've been around for a while, we vision for our own spiritual clarity and reflecting, meditating, listening, and journaling for divine wisdom and guidance in shaping our goals and our intentions for the year. So, if anyone does not have a piece of paper and a notebook right now, raise your hand. All right, a few people, and they are over on the table right there, Deborah. And so Ruth is going to help you with that. There's paper, there's pens. All I ask is if you would return the pads afterwards. That would be brilliant. Anyone else need one? Okay, they're over there, so please help yourself. And I encourage you to bring that each week with you. And right now, you may want something for this part of our service that we're going to do, not right now, but in a moment, you may want something that you can tear out. Not yet. But this service and this series is about revealing what's for you this year, and not only what's for you, but how to make it stick. Because we all know how it goes. New Year arrives, and with it comes a burst of energy. And goals are set, and resolutions are declared. But without a plan of action, many of those intentions just go, buzz. They just fizzle away. And last year, I've heard people say this. Last year, I kept all my New Year's resolutions tucked away safely in a drawer. Or the person who said, my New Year's resolution is to stop procrastinating, but I'm starting tomorrow. Along with my other resolution to be more decisive, or maybe less, I haven't quite decided yet. And so after those goals are set, that is where the real transformation happens. Not just here, but in the months and sometimes years of follow-through, because we all know this. Let's say it together. A goal without action is just a wish. So today we're going to do some preliminary things, and some of you already know what these are because you've done this with me every year, many years running. But those things are going to support us in stepping fully into this new year. Because while many of us have apprehension about it, here it is, 2026 is here right now. So we're going to begin with gratitude, because gratitude is always a great place to begin with. And to set the mood, I'm going to read a writing from Howard Thurman, who lived from 1899 to 1981. He was a minister, a theologian, a mystic, and a civil rights leader whose writings on the presence of the divine, they deeply influenced MLK, and they continue to inspire social justice movements. So listen to this. He said, I remember with gratitude the fruits of labor of others, which I have shared as part of the normal experience of daily living. I remember the beautiful things that I have seen, heard, and felt, some as a result of definite seeking on my part, and many that came unheralded into my path, warming my heart and rejoicing my spirit. I remember the moments of distress that proved to be groundless, and those that taught me profoundly about the evilness of evil and the goodness of good. I remember the new people I have met, from whom I have caught glimpses of the meaning of my own life and the true character of human dignity. I remember the dreams that haunted me during the year, keeping me ever mindful of goals and hopes which I did not realize but from which I drew inspiration to sustain my life and keep steady my purpose. I remember the awareness of the Spirit of God that gave me a sense of assurance in my despair and confirmed my life with new courage and abiding hope. Isn't that beautiful? Howard Thurman. So now I'm going to guide you through a series of questions and invite you to write down your responses. And these are all going to have to do with gratitude. So we might get a little bit more light possibly up so that people can write just maybe one. So I invite you to close your eyes if you want to for a moment, or you can go straight into this, but I invite you to think of times when you were proud of yourself last year. Did you adapt to a difficult year with patience and love for humanity? Did you stay healthy? Did you let go of a resentment? Did you learn a new skill? Did you serve others or a community in some way? Did you have a shift in perspective about what's important, a greater appreciation for loved ones, a greater appreciation for your spiritual community? Did your business thrive? Did you welcome a baby, a grandbaby, a niece, or an animal friend? So I invite you to take a few minutes to make a gratitude list for 2025. I see some of you are still writing. We're going to wrap this section up, but that doesn't mean that it is done. I very much encourage you to continue to do this at home in the coming week, to really work on that, dig down deep about gratitude. And so the next part we're going to do is going to really allow us to step into the new year. That's the part of release. And release is so important in Unity that it's actually one of the 12 powers. And Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said, he did say something. Yes, there he is. He said, a healthy state of mind is attained when the thinker willingly lets go of the old thoughts and takes on the new. If we cling to the past, to having to be right, to having to be right, to unforgiveness, to believing the only good we have is what we can see right now, to making others wrong all the time, then we're fighting against ourselves. So when we look at the world, we may experience, as I've said, many emotions, yet we're encouraged again and again not to let the world inform our innermost state. And what does Romans 12:2 say? Let us say it together. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so how do we renew our mind? We renew our minds by letting go of old beliefs, old thoughts, old emotions, and stories that keep us stuck and debilitated. And our greatest opportunities in life, where do they come from? They come from other people who push our buttons, and we allow them to. And so we let that stuff go. That stuff. Aren't you happy I said stuff? And if you're having a problem with someone, consider first what thoughts, behaviors, and actions you are contributing to the situation. What beliefs are you contributing to it? Are you willing to surrender, forgive, release, or do you have to be right? I have to be right because I'm right, gosh darn it. Or are you willing to let it go? Because we can be right or we can be love. And what's more important? So, Maya Angelou said that we delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. So you're going to now write down things that you do not want to carry into 2026. Things that won't serve you or others for the highest and best. And so I invite you to think, are there people? Are there places? Are there institutions or situations towards which you're carrying resentments, negativity, or anger? Is there emotional or physical pain you're holding on to? Are there areas that need forgiveness? And what needs to be let go of? And I invite you to write those down. And if you need a piece of paper, because you are going to not hang on to this. This does not stay in your journal. If you need a piece of paper to write it on that you can rip up, but you're going to shred it afterwards. When you've got your list ready and you're ready to let go of it, you're going to come up and you're going to shred. Shred, shred, shred. All right. We'll have some music for this, Ron. whenever you're ready, you've got things you want to shred, come on up and do it. It's okay. Yay! Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Woohoo! Awesome. Yay. 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 Wonderful. Now, I know that some of you are like, I have more shredding to do. Well, you can do that at home, and you can rip it up or you can shred it. This is a green version of burning bowl because there's enough pollution in the world already. So we're doing the green version of it. Yay. Oh.
You're worried about that, huh?
Yeah, you want to watch it go.
It's not a good riddance.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Ling's got a blank piece of paper. I love it. Do you need help? Here you go. Here, put your hand on it too. Oh. There we go. It's gone. Yeah. You want to shred something, my love? Careful. There you go. Yay! All gone. All right. Yay. Gone. Joe's writing down more. That's okay, Joe. You can write down more. And you know what? As I said, you may have more. There may be more. And do it at home as well. Just let this be a start. Now we're going to move on to the next portion yes, let that go. Let it go. Awesome. Gone. So, yay, give a clap for everyone. And now, I think our service is going to be a little bit longer today. Is that okay with everyone? Just a tad? Okay, good. So, every year, for many decades, Spirit's revealed a word to me that will be my compass for the year. It's kind of a God quality word. And over the years, I'm going to share with you some of the words that I have had. I'll share those with you in a minute. But last year, my word, it was really different for me. I did not get a clear word. It was very strange, and I stressed about it. Finally, I got a word, and I promptly forgot that word, which is very unlike me. And I was talking to someone in here, Joe Rojas, and I said, "Do you remember your word for you last year?" "No." And I think there was so much outer world chaos that maybe we didn't remember it. I don't know. But I'm really excited that I have already had a word drop in at the end of last year, at the end of 2025. And the word surprised me. And the word is hope. So I thought that was interesting. So I looked up some quotes on the word hope, and it says, hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Desmond Tutu, who I absolutely thought was amazing. John Lennon, of course, said, let's say it together, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. And this one by Barbara King Solver, the very best you can do in your life is figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. Not admire it from a distance, but live right in it, under its roof. Good one. So this year, perhaps you'll find some quotes that support your word. And how do you go about getting this word? Well, first of all, you relax. And your word's going to be revealed to you in perfect time as you ask Spirit, what is my God quality that I am to express more of this year? And this word's going to guide you in making your goals and taking action and growing spiritually. And I've found over the years that one word works best. Some people like to have two. I've found for me that one word works best. So here are some suggestions to get you started of words. And your word may be on here and maybe something completely different. Love, faith, hope, joy, peace, strength, kindness, abundance, courage, wisdom, life, zeal, health, flexibility, understanding, forgiveness, patience, creativity, curiosity, trust, gratitude, friendship, imagination, generosity, create, bloom, grow, advance, shine, connect, embrace, listen, and adjust. So initially, you may have a word come up and you may think, yes, that's my word. It makes me feel so good. I'm so excited by that word. And right underneath it may be another word that says, hello, would you pick me, please? You need to pick me because I'm the one that will really help you more grow spiritually and grow and be the person that you want to be this year. So take some time now, a few moments, and don't stress or force it, but just see what word bubbles up for you. When you have your word, write it down. Raise your hand if you have a word. Okay. Wonderful. And if a word has not been revealed for you yet, be patient and it will be revealed in perfect time. Don't over-stress about it. Like hope dropped in and for me, it was like, that's your word for this year. It was like very clear, very loud, unlike last year, which was bleh. So this week, I'm going to encourage you to reflect on what you're grateful for, do any more releasing, write down those things, anything else that you want to release, and write your word, whatever your word is for the year, write it somewhere, not only in your journal, but somewhere that you are going to see it daily. Yes, Linda?
If you communicate with Unity World Headquarters,
Mm-hmm.
they send out a refrigerator magnet every year that says, my intention for 2026 is, and then you write your intention and then put it on. So, I had mine for 2025. I was looking at it every day.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I have one for 2026 now.
Awesome. And even if you're not in communication with Unity Worldwide Headquarters, you could write it on your fridge or write it somewhere on your computer, somewhere where you're going to see it every day, maybe on your phone. So I am not forgetting my word this year. And so next week, what we're going to do is we're going to get more into our specific goals, guided by that word, which you have really you're leaning into. So you'll be thinking this week about some ideas, some goals. And now as the 12 days of Christmas hasten to a close and we begin to awaken our vision for the year ahead, I affirm that the words in this beautiful song, and I invite you to to switch the lights again, are going to guide us, because this is the 11th day of Christmas, and I really love this song, and I hope that it inspires you too.
When the song of the angels is still, when the song of the angels is still, when the song of the angels is still, the work of Christmas begins. Oh, when the star in the heavens is gone, when the star in the heavens is gone, when the star in the heavens is gone, oh, the work of Christmas, the work of Christmas, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among brothers, to make music in the heart, to make music in the heart, to make music when the star in the heavens is gone, when the song is still, the work of Christmas, the work begins. When the kings and the princes are home, when the kings and the princes are home, when the kings and the princes are home, the work of Christmas begins. Oh, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, oh, the work of Christmas, the work of Christmas, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among brothers, to make music in the heart, to make music in the heart, to make music when the shepherds are back, when the kings are home, when the star in the heavens is gone, when the star is
Beautiful song. And so let us say together, I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. And so now we're going to have a quick moment up here with Andrea. I'm not sure if NPM was doing this as well, if it's just Andrea.
Good morning, Unity family, and Happy New Year.
Good morning.
I want to share something that I'm genuinely grateful for. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to take MGM's Prosperity's Recipes course, and one insight has stayed with me in a beautiful way. Prosperity is meant to be joyful. It's something we can experience with lightness, warmth, and even a sense of fun. What I appreciate so much is how closely that aligns with Unity's own messaging. Prosperity has long been woven into our spiritual teachings here, not just as abundance, but as joy, flow, and intentional living. That spirit has been a meaningful presence in our services, and it's something I've truly come to value in our shared experience. With that, let's welcome that energy and wisdom into our space again. Please join me in welcoming MGM back up here.
Woohoo! Well, that didn't sound like y'all had a lot of energy. Let's bring it up. Come on now. All right, here's what I know. I know that almost everybody in this church took the Prosperity Challenge. How do I know that? Because we had one of the biggest tithes we have ever had. $1,300 came flowing in, and that didn't even include Zelle or online. Give it up for yourselves. Look at what you did. So let's see. Did two of you have a prosperity result? Did somebody get something that they didn't expect that they knew? All right, quickly, let's see. Miss Mitzi, what'd you have?
It's too long to share.
Okay, just a quick one. All right, Deborah, what'd you get?
Okay, on Monday, I opened my mailbox. There were 2 unexpected checks.
Money in the mail, money in the mail. We just love that money in the mail. Okay, who else? Who else? One more? Real quickie, baby.
I have a friend that I contribute to almost every month, and she went to the casino and won $1,000.
Whoa, ka-ching. All righty, Joe.
My prosperity is that my son showed up for Christmas, New Year's Eve. He was in Mexico City. He came to visit us, and we're really excited about that. Brought joy to my heart. That's worth
There you go. They see, everybody thinks prosperity is about money. We'd be mistaken. Money is about more love in your life, more health in your life, more money in your life. So it's about all of these. So Joe, give it up for Joe. That's amazing. All right, every single step towards prosperity matters. We are living proof that prosperity is active, alive, and working here at Unity of Divine Love. And so for 26, let's have a cheerful, clear vision of what we'd like. And so let's look at expanded membership. And so we attract, could it be okay if we attract, what do you want, 50 or 100? Everybody, just yell it out. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'll need your input. We attract 100 kind, loving people who feel called to grow and serve together and joyfully tithe their time, talents, and treasure. Are we okay with that? Stomp your feet and say yes. Stomp your feet and say yes. Yes. All right, let's try the second one. Financial stability. Our weekly tithes easily cover our monthly bills, and by the end of 2026, we celebrate a $15,550 surplus, allowing us to serve, expand, and dream with confidence. All right, is everybody okay with that? Stomp your feet and tell yes. All right, number 3. Well, that didn't sound really strong. Let's see. You good with that? You good with financial stability? Stomp your feet and say yes. Yes. All right, the third one is fundraising. F-U-N raising. Not fundraising because we don't like that very much. But fun, F-U-N raising is excellent. So we commit to quarterly events that build community and raise our funds for our spiritual home. A perfect example was our teddy bear event. In December, raised, wait for it, over $1,000. How many would like to have more of those? Yes. Raise. All right, shake your feet, stomp your feet, and say yes. All right. So generosity can be joyful and creative. So this year we are going to expand membership to how many more? 100. We're going to financially stable because we celebrate a surplus, wait for it, $15,550. What are we going to do? $15,550. It's an unusual number. It will stick in your head. And so we're going to have fundraising. How many times a year we're going to do this? Quarterly. So you get how that works? If we say this every single week, not just every once in a while, not just when I'm up here, but when I'm not up here, Miss Andrea is going to be up here. If she's not here, I'm going to be here. We're going to go back and forth like a tag team. You are going to love this. And so, because generosity can be joyful, creative, and fun. And we have to remember our spiritual truth. As we give, you shall receive. And almost everybody in here that gave the doubled their challenge received gratefully. So Unity family, prosperity is not something we wait for. It is something we practice together daily, weekly, and monthly. Because remember, the big financial guide in the Bible says, bring ye all the tithes to the storehouse and prove me now herewith. The only place in the Bible where they want you to be proved, that you will have opened up a window of heaven and all your blessings will come pouring out. There shall not be enough room to receive them. So thankfully for being part of our beautiful flow, we are here because we know when you tithe, you thrive. When you tithe, you thrive. When you tithe, you thrive. Say it like you mean it. When you tithe, you thrive. Let's thrive together.
And could you do this for us?
What does this one say? A joyful sharer. I am. Sorry, I missed that one. I am a joyful sharer of my good. I remember that as I give, I receive, and that God is my source. Alrighty now.
Thank you, MGM. And thank you for that. And MGM teaches an amazing prosperity class. And I don't know if she's in the mood to teach it this year. So if you would like her to do that, you can do the collection now, please. If you would like her to do that, let her know that you love her, you appreciate her, you love her energy, and you'd like her to do that. And maybe she can be convinced. I don't know. But we'll pray and affirm that. And we are so grateful, Divine Spirit. We're so grateful for the abundance in our community. Thank you, God, for the blessings in our life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We know that as we give, we receive. And we're so grateful for the talent in our community, the creativity. We know that it takes a family. We know that each part of our body does not have every single other thing that everyone else is great at. And we know that MGM is an amazing beacon of prosperity. We're so excited that Andrea's sharing her light in that. And we know that others have the gift of leadership and compassion and care. And we're so grateful that each of our gifts get to be used in the highest and best way. Thank you, God. Thank you for these gifts. We bless the giver and the receiver. And so they are. Thank you. So Zoom on Thursdays, if you would like to join us, that's back on this Thursday. I will be on for our prayer Zoom. And I want to just remind you that you are all so very, very loved. I encourage you to be here next week for the second part of our Goal and Intention series and watch online, those watching online. And let us say together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well, and we are grateful. All right. And so, beloveds online, may your week be blessed, and we affirm love and joy for you, and Happy New Year.